Hi, good morning, everybody. How you all feeling this morning? Good? I'd say there was lots of people up early this morning and getting on the road bright and early. Is that true? Yeah, from all over. Yep. Well, I'm going to start the day off by telling you a little bit about myself and about how this wonderful company has helped us all through all of 24 years. 24 years ago, I have to smile as well. It all started for me 24 years ago. Previously to working with Forever, I had worked for a company for over 20 years. And this company paid me very well. I was very, very well paid. But the thing about it was I had to work full-time, and I had to spend a lot of time away from my kids. And that was the most important thing to me, was having family time. And I just got to a crossroads. I would say in the latter years, I was working long hours, and it was very stressful and very demanding, like so many people out there working up and down the road. And I just got to a crossroads and said, I don't do this anymore. How many people in the room just feel like that sometimes? You get to a crossroads in your life and you say, that's it. I'm not going to continue on doing this. And that was my story. So it had always been my intention to stay at home and look after the kids. Eddie had his own business. He always had his own business. So really in the back of my mind was I could do something part-time. And the job I was in, there was no way I could go part-time with the company. So in the back of my mind, I always had this thing, I need to do something else. There must be something else out there that I can do. And to be true, who did I meet? Only Pauline Keegan. Pauline and Paddy are my sponsors. And I met Pauline at an event, and we decided we'd meet up. I don't think it was a coffee at that time. I think we met up at that time for a tea. Coffee wasn't as popular at that time. But we met up for the tea, and Pauline sat down. She was only in the business about a year at the time. And she sat and she talked about they were on $4,500 a month. They had just come back from a 10 days all expenses paid trip, paid for by the company. And I'm sitting there saying, God, I'm working for a company over 20 years. I never got any holidays. Anybody in the room here working for a company that give you all expenses paid trips? No? Well, that's what was on offer. And there was lots and lots more. And she actually told me her story and what happened and how they got involved in Forever. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, right, okay, this sounds really, really exciting, but there's got to be a catch. How many people look at our business and say there's got to be a catch? This can't be for real. It doesn't work. And those kind of things went on. But I decided to go along to a business opportunity. And this is an event where you have a look, just like Bob has gone through there, and the presentation. And I went along anyway. And have to say, I was so scared walking into that room. I really, really was. Because I was walking into a room, I didn't know anybody. I opened the door, it was in Drumcondra, and I walk in, and the room is buzzing with people. Buzzing. I couldn't believe it, the excitement that was in the room. So, of course, Pauline met me and sat me down because they were doing the presentation. And I sat on that chair and I said, what in God's earthly name am I doing here? I don't know anybody. And I don't know what is this all about. But anyway, I sat there, and of course they explained how you make the money in the business, how it was a 2 to 5 year plan, how the company could change your life, how you could qualify for a car allowance, all the different things that Bob went through there. Still in the back of my mind, I'm going, oh, I don't know, but will it really work for me? Would I be able to do this? So I went home that night, and I couldn't sleep. I always remember all those years and years ago, I could not sleep. I'd wake up, and I'd keep thinking about, I was moaning all the time about I didn't have enough time for the kids. I was moaning to Eddie, and he never stopped going on about, oh, I just need to find something else. And this is an opportunity that's landed on my lap, and what am I doing about it? Am I going to continue on the way I am, moaning and giving out and, putting up with what I have, or am I going to change my life? Am I going to take this opportunity and go with it? And that's exactly what I did. So all those years and years ago, from day one, I made up my mind I was going to work the business. I wasn't going to get in and just half do it. I just was going to take it on board and really, really work with. So in my previous job, I was really big in setting goals and have targets. So straight away, my first goal was, as so many people will know, was a new pair of curtains. That was the first goal, the small goal. The second goal was to earn 1,000 as quickly as possible. And the final goal, the 2-year goal, was to be on 5,000. Now, that was my goals, and this is the truth. I put them in place all those years and years ago, and I really think the big thing in forever is to have massive, massive goals. So, went to work, started. Of course, I wouldn't have done anything. I didn't know how to do anything in the business. Pauline and Paddy were there all the time to help me every step of the way, and they really, really gave all the help, the support that was needed at the time. So, I really took on board an awful lot of what they said, and the first thing I would have done was sat and put a plan in place of what I was going to do. How were we going to achieve it? That was the first thing, was the plan. How many people did I need to contact today to maybe sit down and talk to them about the business? And the big thing about me at the time was I never took on to know everything about the business. I would just contact people and say, I've come across a brilliant opportunity, a fantastic way to earn money working from home. Would you be interested in have a look at it? And of course, they would say, what's it about? I'd say, well, I'll tell you what, I'll arrange with Pauline, the person who introduced me, to sit down and explain it to you. And that is exactly what I did from the day one. And then I started to use the products. Of course, I couldn't believe that this company had a money-back guarantee. And because I was working so long and so away from home and a lot of different things going on in our life at the time, my father had really passed away from cancer very, very suddenly. So I was really had a huge interest in health, massive. And at the time, I was always going into chemists looking for tonics. Tired, just trying to get so much work done, and in the end up, it affects your health. So to get to use our products was just fantastic. Of course, when I started to drink the yellow gel, I go, wow, this is going to be a hard one to sell. That was my first reaction, but it's amazing. It's my best seller. It really is. It's the best seller for me. So this is how it all started to come together for me. And inside 2 months, I had got that level of 48%, which I meant went from 35 to 48%, which was a manager position, which meant I was able to get that extra €1,000 a month. And that was the manager position was really important, but I didn't stop there. That's only when it starts, when you get to manager position. So I kept going, and all through my time with Forever, I go for every incentive, every single thing. The next thing was to get on the car plan. It's anything from 400 to 800 the company will give you. So of course, why not? Why not go for that? And I was on the car plan inside 6 months, and inside 2 years, I had the check of 5,000. Now, I'm not telling to brag about anything. I'm just telling you what Forever can offer you when you put your mind to it and when you put the work in, what this company can give you. So I have to say this is the best thing that ever happened to us in our lives. If you think about health-wise, what this company has given me, I mean, I feel so much healthier. My whole family I feel fit. And it's all about looking good and feeling good, isn't it? Isn't that true? Yeah. It's nice to have peace of mind, isn't it? It's nice to have a few bob in the bank. Who likes having money in the bank? Yeah, who likes paying off their bills? Who looks forward to Christmas now? And so many people out there we could help because they haven't got enough money for Christmas. But this is the beauty of Forever. We have traveled the world. Who likes traveling here? We all love traveling. We have traveled the world with this company. It is just an amazing company. We've been all over the place. 5-star, all paid for. And that was one of the things that I really got me moving in the business, was to qualify for all these trips. And we were in it the following year, and we've been going on these trips ever since. So if you wanted to really see the world, do it through Forever, and 5-star, and spend the money as well. On top of all that, the company pays us a chairman's bonus check, which they give us every single year. But in Ireland, we've only qualified for, I'd say, for the last 7 or 8 years. And I just checked this out during the week, and we have earned over €750,000 euros with Forever. That's what we've earned. Now, this would never have happened only for so many great, wonderful team members that's in the business with us. So many people I've got to know through the years. So many people that are, it can be stay-at-home moms, it can be teachers, it doesn't matter where you are, it's where you want to go with forever. And that's what I love about it. But also, think about it. On top of what we've earned, the $750,000, we have an income coming in every single month for forever, for the last 24 years. And I have to tell you, the only outlet that I would have is my phone and my car. That's all. I would use, my business was built around my kitchen table. That's the truth. In my sitting room. And I just think, if I had to, all those years and years ago, change my mind and said, I'll go for what lots and lots of things were going on in my head. Will I open up a boutique? Will I open up this? Will I open up that? Can you imagine the outlays that I'd had, the staff, the insurance and everything? But I was so lucky. I'm so blessed that we came across Forever all those years and years ago. And you know, I'm no different than anybody else. I'm no different. The only thing that really got me moving into business was I was so determined. I was so determined to succeed. From day one, I was so determined to stay at home and look after my kids. And I really was persistent. I kept going. Like, you're going to have ups and downs, do we not have them every single day? Regardless of what business you're in, you will have ups and downs. But with Forever, I was so determined and so persistent. And I really, really give it 100% all the time. I just didn't go in and go out. I have to say, I work my business every day. I talk to people every day about my business. And Caroline and Grace were around on Tuesday for dinner. I said, Caroline, will you sit there and go through this script? Because really takes an awful lot from me to stand up here. This is the truth. After being with the company for 24 years. So we are always all the time getting out. We really have to do this if we want to get to the next level within our business. But Caroline was sitting there, and I was just going through that I talk to everybody all the time. And she said, Ma'am, she started to laugh. And I said, what are you laughing at? And she said, I have to tell you, do you remember all those years and years ago that we were down the country, we were after coming back, picking up cousins? That's what I loved. We used to go pick our cousins, bring them back up to Dublin. That's what Forever was able to give us, the quality time with the kids, Caroline and Patrick. But she said, we were in Superquin, and we went off to get all the goodies because we were going back watching a video. And Michal and Aoife comes over to me and they say, Caroline, your mum is over there talking to two guards on bikes in the supermarket, and she's asking them, do they want to earn money? And she said, it was so funny. But that's what I do every single day, because I love this business and I love helping people. And it's easy. It's so easy. We get paid to talk in Forever. And I just think, if I hadn't got registered all those years and years ago, think about it. Like, even our kids, for their education, we had the money there for their education. We didn't ever have to take loans. And you know, some of the money that we had, we saved it and we invested in property. So it's all about, but there was lots and lots of times I could have given up Forever. There's lots and lots of times. And Eddie was always there. You need the support, you need the help of everybody, family, everybody. But think about all the people through the products and through the business that Forever in Ireland has helped. And that's why I say that we have such a wonderful opportunity. It's there for everybody. So I hope everybody here today has a wonderful, wonderful day. And you can see something here today that'll stir you to go and move and really build a fantastic business, because that's what our company offers you. So what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about today. There's going to be great excitement. Isn't that right? Is there excitement in the room here? Come on, let's get the gist. Come on. Lots of fun, lots of recognitions. And we have key speakers here. Oh my God, it's going to be a fantastic day. It really, really is. So what I'm going to say to you is, over the day, there's going to be so much excitement that I would say lots and lots of people in their mind will be thinking, this is an amazing day, exciting. And there's 3 words I want you to keep thinking in the back of your mind all the time is amazing, outstanding, fantastic. So right from the start, I want to shout out there and say, how are you feeling today? 3 words, amazing, outstanding, fantastic. We go again. How are you feeling today? Okay, that's it. So we'll keep that up for the day.